So I had to hop on and just talk about something that just happened in case this is relatable or helpful to any of you. When ending a, I don't know what to call it, abusive relationship, I guess. Here's the thing, like, I felt really good. Last night I had stopped contact around 2:30 p.m. yesterday, and I said, I'm just not going to respond to anything, you know? I was feeling really good. I had good vibes going, enjoying my day today, things just going really smoothly, things going good. All of a sudden I get a text from him. And it says, I hope you're having a good day. And I said, yeah, it's going great, you know, and I just wanted to kind of leave it at that. And I should have known better because I do this every single time. Like, he'll pretend to say something nice so that it can kind of open a conversation, and then he throws in some kind of an insult or something mean, and it brings, I have a very heavy heart right now from this. And this is the way that he affects me. And before I caught on that he was doing this, I was in a constant state of heavy feelings, heavy heart, you know, I don't want what he says to have power over me, to infiltrate how I feel and what I know to be true. And unfortunately, I allowed that to happen. So I have to take this as a lesson. And I'm going to have to go smudge myself, but he can still hurt me very much. Like, I'm trying to not cry, and I figured if I used this video, I guess my biggest question would be, why? Why? Does he not want to see me happy? Ever? How can he look? And this was even when we were living together. How can you look at me and see how hard I've worked to have a smile on my face and feel good, and immediately have hatred towards me? And feel like you need to shut that down and get me back to that place of pain. I don't want to live like that. And I should know better than to respond to any texts. I should know better. But I obviously don't. This has been a 7-year thing. Looking back, gaining clarity. So many red flags, like, constantly, that when you're in that state of being, like, you can't recognize what red flags even are because you've never had anything good or normal. So you're just thinking, well, this isn't as bad as what's happened before. Hold on. And that stopped at 444 without, you know, I have to stay strong. I have to know that I'm going to be okay. I'm on the right path. And I think just no contact is how it's going to have to be. Like, I have to understand this man is not my friend. He doesn't care about me. We have a child together. We're married. I don't believe the marriage ever meant anything to him. I don't exactly know what goes through his head. I don't know. I'm still very confused as to whether he's my twin flame or possibly a karmic twin. And at this point, I honestly don't really give a fuck about the twin flame label and what all that means, because he can't figure it out. So, you know, maybe in the next life, but I can't do it anymore. And I'm trying to take a really big clue into my feelings. Like, I don't like the way I feel after I interact with him. And I think that's got to be the biggest clue. He has never made me feel good about myself. And yes, I know that is an inside job. You have to find your own happiness. You can't look to another person. You can't assume that your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever is going to make you happy or make you feel good. But there's another extent to that, yeah, their energy can either make you feel good or bad, especially if you're an empath or just highly attuned with your feelings. And I have been on this self-healing awakening Kundalini journey, and I've been cracking myself open, and I've been peeling back the layers of the onion that I have built up around myself. And now that I'm more open to receiving, his energy is so hurtful to me that, I mean, I was just basically forced to end the relationship. And, you know, hope isn't going to do shit. Like, yeah, I can hope. Is he going to get anger management? Is he going to awaken himself? I mean, that's not my, I can't keep waiting around for that. He's very hurtful to me. And I don't know if he knows that, sees that, cares about that. That's also not my problem. All I can do is take responsibility for myself. And last night, underneath the full blood moon, I had released all the negative thinking. I have cleared everything out of my body. I felt a release. I felt lighter after I pulled it out. And I almost feel like I'm the whole reason that I had to accept that text was so that I know I could make this video, because I have to get the message out there. I balanced myself. I cleared my chakras. I had some breakthroughs of my own last night, and I felt amazing about it. And I keep telling myself, I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of someone who wants to treat me good. And I'm trying my best and hardest to believe that, because I've never had that in my life. But the first step to that is getting rid of something that doesn't match up with that. I mean, do I want to be a single mom? No, I don't. But do I want to be verbally abused and yelled at and made to feel like shit? No. What's worse, you know? I have to choose having the peace. I have to choose learning to have self-worth. So then one of the rude things he said to me was, you know, I'm just basically, I'm open for love. I cleared all that out, and this is the problem. Now I got to go clear myself again because I feel his heavy, hurtful, negative energy right now in my soul. That's why I'm making this video. Now I got to go take time out of my day and go clear myself out again. You know, I spent like 3 or 4 hours clearing negativity out of my body last night so that I have an open space. I have an open up space, open up my heart chakra. I want to let love inside. I want the universe to send me something that is going to fill me up with happiness, you know? And I mean, I know I got to create that, but so it basically was like an open, an empty cup, you know what I mean? I went and dumped all that putrid shit water out of my cup. So here I was sitting as an empty cup, feeling good, being a vibrational match. And I don't know what happened. I don't know why he had to text me and say something so mean. I don't want to be vibrating to receive mean texts, you know? So I obviously have to go clear myself again. But I think it's going to have to be just no contact. I think it's going to have to be just me not accepting the text, not opening them, not looking at what he's saying, because you know, it's really hard when you're like in a marriage situation. You don't know if you're just kind of like going through hard times together or if you're supposed to, you know, stick it out. But it's like, I don't feel like this is something to stick out. I feel like this is just who he is, how he is, the way he looks at me. Like, I don't like how I see myself mirrored back the way he looks at me. You know, I want a man who I'm with to look at me as if I am beautiful, you know, that I deserve love. I want somebody who wants to like care about me, you know, what I need on the inside. Oh, am I having anxiety? Oh, let me put my hand on you and give you a hug and calm you down and tell you to breathe and tell you I'm here, you know? That's what I want from somebody when I have anxiety, not shut the fuck up. You're such a fucking drama queen. God, shut the fuck up. You know? That's what he said to me last Saturday when I told him that my heart was pounding and my arm was going numb and I had anxiety. So, you know, it's just stuff like that. Like, I don't want somebody to be mean to me, I guess. I don't want somebody to treat me bad. And I think that accepting that for so many years of my life is just done and over with. And I have a lot of old programming to lose because of that. I have had 4 different relationships. I mean, 5 if you include a childhood high school relationship that was also abusive. He choked me out. He screamed at me. He would grab my hair and throw me against a wall. And I basically moved on from verbal and physical abuse through the first 3. To more neglect and emotional abuse, with a little physical as well on these last 2 here. And what I see looking back is unless I was willing to do the work, feel worthy of something good, I'm just going to attract another abusive asshole. So at that point, I should just stick with the one that I have. So that's why it's like, no, you really got to be putting different vibrations out there. I do not want to attract someone who is going to hate me, basically. I want to attract someone who is going to care for me. And so that can open me up to be caring too, because I am a caring, loving person. I am warm. I am cuddly. I do love cuteness, playfulness. I want all of that, and that's who I am. But when you're with someone who is so harsh and cold and cruel towards you, it causes you to shut that part of yourself down. So that part of me has been shut down. And all he sees, oh, well, you're not doing anything for me. You don't want to make me a sandwich. You don't want to do anything with me. And I'm like, yeah, because you're mean to me. Like, I don't want to do anything with somebody who treats me so mean, you know? So that's my story. And I think something worked last night, because I've always really hated having brown eyes. I've always felt like, oh, why can't I have beautiful green eyes or something? And I'm really trying to work on some self-love, and I'm really liking my brown eyes today. So maybe one day someone else will love them too and want to look into my eyes, and we can have those moments that a couple in love would share, you know, real magical moments. And just all the feelings and all the energy and all the vibes that go around with like swirling love, you know. And I know it's out there. I just have to stop preventing myself from having it by being low energy and attracting low energy and low lives. And so this isn't a new chapter. Like, I feel like this is a whole new book, you know. I just have to close that book. I have to close that book on me and having children with abusive men. That is the book that I'm closing. And if it means no contact and no text, and I got to be a little bit smarter than not falling for a trap of hope you're having a nice day, because he's not hoping I have a nice day. He's setting me up to open myself up to allowing him to put his negative poison into me to try to keep me down some more. Get learnt. Bye.